And we're live. Sorry, I don't know how to do this countdown thing. By the way, I'm still very sick. Um, Let me just share this thing. Blah, 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 blah. Um, I'm not good at this, so bear with me. Okay. There we go. Alright, I don't know who's watching. Again, probably my dad. But sorry, I am still sick. Actually, after this, I'm gonna go back to the clinic because this is insane. I mean, hi, Daniel. You don't have to stay, by the way. I'm just like testing this. I mean, this is nothing fun, nothing new. Just thought I'd do this and just talk and I don't know a little bit about everything. How are you, Daniel? I'm glad you're very active on your channel, by the way. Good things are happening. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, I don't sound great. And if you're gonna hear me cough and phlegm, I'm sorry. That's out of my control. I just like it's I can't get out of bed. Today, I think I forgot today I had to work and I couldn't just get out of bed. I just couldn't. I was so sick. I was so sick. I was not feeling well. I mean, it's not COVID. It's supposed to be pneumonia. It is pneumonia, but sometimes I think it's more emotional. I think. I mean, it's not easy to live alone and be sick and not having really anybody to take care of you. Hello. Again, you don't have to stay here through the whole thing. I'm just here. I'm just testing this thing. I still don't know what to feel about this. Like I'll eventually get the cam going, but it's just like right now I don't look good because I'm sick. But I just don't know how I feel about this, and I don't know how this thing works. I don't know how to do the countdown thing. I don't know anything about it. But I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. I mean, it's I really do. I'm sorry I'm boring. But I do actually want to say something that's been bothering me when I logged in on Twitter today that um, this is, how do I say this? I don't know how to word this carefully without like how do I say it, like attack or anything like that. It's just okay. Let's just put it this way. So someone added an opinion about how the this is Doctor Who related, by the way. Somebody added an opinions saying like the timeless children, something along the lines, because this person deleted the tweet, but something along the lines like, oh, it's a great story. It just generally praising it, like it's a good story. It's a good story arc or character arc for 13. Blah 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 blah. Just praising it, and I simply, I mean, here, let me just, I'll just read it directly what I wrote. Um, and you'll tell me what you think, if that sounds mean or rude or um or offensive or an attack. See, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, this person deleted the tweet, but I responded that then what was the purpose of Flux? All of this was pointless, which is true. I mean, Flux was supposed to at least answer and continue on with the timeless children crap, but then they killed Rectum. Yes, I call her Rectum. I still call her Rectum. They killed Tectum, Rectum, and it's like that's it. And I said Hartnell. So a question. Then what was the purpose of Flux? All of this was pointless. Harlow is no longer first. What about Joe Martin? So he's not from Gallifrey? Also, Gallifrey got destroyed again. I say it took away a lot. Oh, because this person said that it added a lot to the story, and I disagree. I said it took away a lot. And I said, in fact, destroyed it. Doesn't add anything but a headache, which is true. It's a headache. And then this person blocked me. And then this person commented on a thread saying like, "Oh, I just blocked this person because they were toxic and they won't let me enjoy this." I was like, how am I being toxic? I think it's a simple question. I mean, I don't know. It was just it was just a I was just responding to that opinion. Was that an attack? Was that bullying? Was that toxic? But for some reason, that person says that I'm toxic. They deleted the tweet, but then also blocked me. I was like, okay, very mature. You know, not everybody has to like the same things that you do. Not everybody has to like. I mean, how many times? I mean, I've been told like that they don't like Peter Capaldi. I've been told that many times. I've been told that in person, not just on the internet, but in person. And I didn't cry about it. I didn't suffer. I didn't call that person toxic or bully. I just went on with my day. Oh, Daniel. Yeah, I'm getting that chest infection, but it's, I think it's a sinus infection. Yes, retro. I hope I feel better too. It's been today marks week 1. I don't even know how long I've been sick. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a week now since I've been sick. Um I'll still never see Timeless Children, and I'll probably don't. The first time I watched Timeless Children, I mean, I was not liking the how the series was going with Jodie and Chris Chibnall's writing style, but it was then before all that, it was tolerable. I was like, okay, I think I can, just go through with it. But then the Timeless Children was like, for me, was what sealed the fate. It really, really planted that seed of anger and confusion, and that just really pissed me off. I really did. I mean, it pissed me off so bad that I took it on Twitter. Like, I had to share it to the world, how stupid. I'm sorry, that was how bad that plot is. It just makes no sense. Being annoyed and if they like standing because everyone has opinion to say. Exactly. Like, how many I joke listen, I joke around a lot, but how many times, like, I'm not a Moffat stan. I'm not, but a lot of people criticize Steve Moffat. Like, I was in my own little bubble, just enjoying the ride, everything about of Doctor Who, starting with Russell T Davis, going through Moffat. Was it perfect? No, nothing is perfect. My gosh, I know that series 10. My only few problems was that it's just Moffat seemed like he didn't know what he wanted to do, and something felt like they were pressuring him to be more like inclusive. Starting with Bill Potts, like every time saying like she was a lesbian, I was like, I get it, I really get it. Didn't discard her as a good character, by the way, because I love Bill Potts, but you know what I mean, right? But still, I still enjoyed it. And how many times have I heard and read and they don't like the Moffat era? I was like, I don't care. It's like, it doesn't stop me from living, doesn't stop me from loving the era, doesn't stop me from breathing, doesn't stop me from anything. It's not. And even if they go on and say nasty things about Moffat, like, do I agree? Of course I don't agree with that. But I mean, it's he's a writer, he's a public figure. They all know the price of fame. When you're famous, when you're a well-known public figure, you're exposed to all of this. You're exposed to all the positivity and all the negativity that people will say about you, often on the internet. It was still Savage. Yeah, exactly. I do definitely get the feel. That's the it was Jodie's era was salvageable. I hope I said it right. Until the Timeless Children. Um, if we are adults, we should be able to agree to disagree. As fans, we always have our favorite doctors, but that doesn't mean we can't be friends. Exactly. Exactly. I'm still friends with all of you. Like, most of you don't like the romancing. I love romance. I enjoy it. I enjoy the romance in Doctor Who. However, just to make it clear, that's not the main reason why I watch Doctor Who. That's not the main. um I mean, I like it, for example, well, Peter Capaldi and Bill Potts, or 12 and Bill Potts. I mean, it's a good example. It was a student and professor kind of relationship, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. So romance is not the main thing for me, but I enjoyed it, and a lot of people don't agree with it, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not offended by it. I don't care. People need to understand opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and it's okay. But people need to be adults about it. Yes, I must admit, I'm much more of a classic era fan than you. That's totally fine. And hello, Tom. But I've been noticing lately that, I don't know about you guys, but I've been noticing that Twitter I'm talking about specifically in the Doctor Who Twitter, Doctor Who fandom. I'm noticing that they're becoming more hostile. They're becoming more hostile, they're becoming more aggressive, more sensitive. It's like it's like what is wrong with you? It's like do they feel like their time is up? Like nobody's kicking you out. I mean, you can still watch Doctor Who. I mean, this era could be over, but that doesn't mean that it's over for you. It doesn't have to be over for you. And that's okay. You liked Timeless Children, you liked Chris Chibnall's era. That's totally fine. Nobody's stopping you from that. But why act so fucking hostile? Why act so aggressive? I don't get it. Ay, ay, ay. Yay, the new trailer for Jurassic World Dominion. Yes, I'm looking forward to that movie. I cannot wait. I'm excited. Sorry, my Wi-Fi cut out from my. It's okay, it's not go. Don't worry, man. Like I said, you don't have to stay here for long. I'm just testing this thing. I just want to know how I feel, and after this, I'm going back to the clinic because this is ridiculous. My throat is still sore. I feel congested. It's really bad. It's like a really bad cold. Probably because they know that their only reason for being there is going. I know. That's what I'm thinking, Retro. Like it makes me listen. I'm not going to gatekeep. I don't want to gatekeep. But okay, everybody is welcome in a fandom. Everybody is. The more the merrier. Um but if your reason is that you're joining Doctor Who now just because there's a female doctor. One thing is to spike, is that the word? Spike your curiosity. But if you're gonna watch it because of a female doctor, that it doesn't really make you a fan. It's just like you're just, it sounds more to me like you're just being an activist. Like, oh, finally, the doctor stopped being a quote unquote white cis male. Now it's a female. And so if you're gonna leave now, if it regenerates back to male form, then that just says to me that you're not really a fan. You just there to be an activist kind of person, just to like, girl power, all that shit. Sorry. There are being spoiled brats. There are spoiled brats. There's so many. Like, I ask myself, where are their parents? Where are their parents? I mean, do the parents know that their kids act like this on the internet? If my parents ever find out that I acted like this, trust me, my computer will be taken away. Trust me. My mom, like, if I was if I acted like a spoiler brat in school or anywhere, my mom, she was not afraid to discipline me in front of everybody. She will hit me in front of everybody. She will humiliate me in public. I mean, that's discipline to me, and I do the same thing for my child. But they act like such spoiled kids. It's like, and I'm like, you have to have a little bit thick skin. Yes, you need to learn how to choose your battles as well, because if you think it's a little too much for you, well then, I mean, move on to other subjects, or to another platform, or just ignore, but don't accuse me, for example, like happened now, of being toxic. I didn't say anything rude. I didn't say anything to discredit this person even. There was no personal attacks. There was nothing. And I just got blocked. I'm not taking the block thing personal. I'm not saying that. But it still makes no sense. And then goes on and comment another thread say that, oh, I had to block person because being toxic. I'm like, how the fuck am I being toxic? Yes, Doctor Who was for everybody. How many times have I said this? And I mean, speaking from, and I think, this is very important for me to say, and I'm not saying this like to be in a spotlight or anything like that, but I I am from a small island. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from Puerto Rico. I was born here. Um, and the the how Doctor Who came into my life was something was fun and unexpected. Um, I mean unexpected as for my professor who wanted us to watch Doctor Who, but it's very British show. It's very British show. I don't know a lot about the culture over there or the style. Oh gosh, I can't English. You know what I mean, right? But I still felt like I belonged there. I still felt like I was part of the show, even though the show is very English and the fish and chips thing and what else do you guys do? The tea and biscuits and whatever. I still felt like I was part of the show. You know what I mean? Like I still felt like I was there. And funny thing is like I didn't I mean, I'm very, very Latina. Like I don't need a Latina character to feel represented or to feel like I belong there. I mean, if it happens, that'd be a bonus for me. Actually, you know what? That's something that I want. I really want for Doctor Who to open up a little bit its borders and introduce more Latino characters. That's me, but that's me. I'm not gonna die from it. Oh God, sorry for the thing. Hi, Charlie. You don't, again, I repeat, you don't have to stay throughout the whole stream. I won't be offended. I'm not gonna cry. I'm just testing this thing and I just want to talk and just see what you all have to say and just kind of trying to get to know you that isn't on Twitter. And by the way, I sound really nasty. Um, so yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, so Doctor Who's for everybody. It's supposed to be for everybody. Um, the safe space that I want is just not to get attacked. That's all I want. Is not to get attacked. Like the safe space I'm looking for in any fandom, really, but specifically right now in Doctor Who is oh, I want to say space to like a fandom. I want to say space to like a doctor or writer or whatever. Yes, that's good. That's all good and dandy, but what I want is a safe space for me to like something and or dislike something without being attacked. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't care. Like I mentioned before that I liked the fugitive, not fugitive, fugitive, right? Correct me, please. If my English is wrong, please correct me because it gets bad sometimes. Fugitive Doctor. I like the Fugitive Doctor. I do. Not a lot of people do, but I do. I don't know why. I liked her on screen. I liked her energy. I liked the way she portrayed herself. I really liked it. But not a lot of people do, and that I don't care. I mean, people commented on my thread of Joe Martin saying like, "Oh, I don't like her. Oh, she'll never be the Doctor." I was like, "That's fine. I'm like, okay, it's fine. Did I block them? Did I delete them? Did I call them toxic? No. That's how they feel. That's their view on the doctor. They, as long as they don't make it personal, as in personally attack me. They say like, "Oh, you're being stupid for liking the fugitive doctor." Now that to me is a personal attack. Ah, Paul Cornell. Yeah. Well, my English is not my first language, so I stutter a lot because I speak very fast in Spanish, and so it's hard for my, how do I say, like right now I'm struggling. It's just hard. Being bilingual is fun, but it's a struggle sometimes, and I've been asked like, why do you stutter so much? It's like I don't stutter. I just stutter, and I don't stutter. I struggle in English sometimes. Yeah. Um. Um. I just think that I listen. In case if any if people don't know me, I've said it before, but just in case people are there watching, if they care. But I, at first, I was not interested to female doctor because that's been discussing for a long, long, long time. And I said, this is a long time ago, a very long time. This is way before Jodie was, I think, even um announced, way before. And I mentioned that I'm sticking with the male doctor, but because personally it's just a personal thing, maybe because it's a girl thing, but I like the idea of a handsome alien to kind of take me away and to these adventures, just that little girl fantasy. I mean, that's my reason. Maybe for others it's stupid, that's whatever. But that was my little personal opinion about it. I wasn't entirely against it. Now, when Jodie was casted, if I could go back to my old Twitter and go back to the old 2017 tweets, I was praising. I was like, yes. I was like, yes, I think it was good. I can't wait. Um I think it's going to be fun. And then when I saw her in interviews, I liked her accent because I'm a sucker when it comes to accents. Um I love accents. I love the Scottish accent, especially. But I'm a sucker when it comes to these, this foreign accents. I love it, especially the like the UK accents. And I thought she was so adorable. And you know what? I think she is. She is. I just thought that in the interviews. I thought, oh, that's really cute, and I thought it was gonna be very perfect. It was gonna be perfect as her doctor. And I said it on my Twitter. I said it on my Facebook, and then when um when I saw her perform, I mean, in the series, at first I thought, yeah, that was good. That was good. And there's always room for improvement. That's what I thought. And I thought, like, okay, it's just a pilot. She's just starting, but it's still good. And then, and then I don't know. I just didn't. I wasn't liking it after that. So it's only fair. It's only fair um that I guess to be disappointed because I was really looking forward to it. And in Flux, I actually thought that her personal opinion, I actually thought that her performance in Flux is much better than series 11 and 12. Um Um, but there were moments for me that I said, okay, I think Jodie finally got what it is to be her own doctor. Um, but then just kind of loses direction. And I will never know, like, if it's her or if it's the writing. For sure, it's the writing. But I will never know if let's say if she was in the hands of another writer, if she could have been a better version of herself as the doctor, if that makes sense. And it's a little disappointing to me, believe it or not, that I will never know, because I don't. Sometimes I think maybe she wasn't meant to be the doctor. Um, Reasons why is, for example, like going back to Moffat, like again, his writing wasn't perfect. Um, but the difference is that Peter Capaldi could really pulled off. Like he really doesn't matter how questionable of the story the plot is in the episode. He still could really carry through. You know what I mean? The episode, you still entertain. You're still mesmerized by the way he talks. Maybe I'm being biased. I don't give a shit. But it's you're. I mean, he still entertains, and he's still the doctor. That's the point I'm trying to do. And I feel like Jodie. This is just an observation, by the way. Don't take it personal. I don't want personal attacks on this. But what I see is that Jodie, I think, depends too much on Chibnall, and maybe is was desperately grasping, like, what doctor should I be? Should I be David Tennant's doctor? Should I be Matt Smith's doctor? And depending too much on Chibnall. And I think because of that, she didn't make the doctor her own. Because, and you can disagree with me all you want, that's okay, that's totally fine. But I think I don't think I know her, who she is as a doctor. And by the way, I am like rambling and I am not reading any of the comments. I apologize. It's just I ramble a lot. Let's see what you guys say. Blah 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 blah. I'm more male doctor only. Yeah. Again, we have our favorite stories, and stories we dislike, but we don't fall out with someone because they dislike a story we like. Exactly. I genuinely didn't know it was in your first language. Your language is great. I lived in France for 5 years, so I get where you're coming from. Oh no, no, my mother tongue is Spanish. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from Puerto Rico. I live here. Your English is fine. Doing great. Thank you, Daniel. Um, that's cute. I don't know what's cute, but thank you. You can't, Scotty. Are you trying to do Scottish accent? You can't change laws of physics. Laws of physics. Laws of physics. Stay with me. I'm going to give Jodie the room of improvement chance. Yeah. At first, I was against it when it was first mentioned, but then I took a step back and thought this possibly could work. But we know the rest. Yes, of course. It's sad, really. It's sad. I don't enjoy saying this. People think I'm ranting for the sake of ranting, just for the hell of it, for the lulls. But it's not like that. In some of the flux, she seemed better, exactly. But in some of the War of the Centaurs, she was more unbearably smooth than ever. Know, I know, and I don't like. Sometimes she goes in this little rambling thing. I mean, she rambles worse than I do. It's like, and then the the um uh, overused of the sonic screwdriver is just too much for me. Thank you, Peter. I would prefer her in the role of companion. Really, you know what, Sadako? I think you're right. I think I would prefer her as a companion. I think it would have been. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think it would have been even more fun, more interesting. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion whether you like her or not. That's why it's fun when the actor is changed. You get the chance to find something new in someone else. That's actually true, Charlie. I agree. When an era is going, ay, se me fue. When an era is going great and all the right pieces are in place, it all feels like it was destiny. Jodie's era does not. Oh, it's sad. It really sucks, doesn't it? You know what? If I put on my glasses, maybe I could see better. How about that? I'm just gonna put on my glasses. Whee! Okay. Um, you're very funny. I like that. Gosh, you haven't seen me on camera yet because I'm funny looking. Okay, that she does rely on him. That's why she's living. It's sad. It's sad. And you know what? I think I feel worse for the Jodie fans who don't like Chibnall's writing and they feel like Chibnall let her down. I think that's the worst feeling ever. I think that's way worse than what I'm feeling right now because they like Jodie and I think they enjoy her as a doctor, but I guess they just don't enjoy the way Chibnall has done the writing style or what he did for Jodie. She didn't want to leave, but he did. She didn't want to leave, but he did. Um, I know he did. I don't know about her though, but whether it's true or not, I don't know. I still feel bad. Call me crazy. I'm probably gonna get attacked by this, but there is a part of me that I wish Chimnall left, and then Jodie would have stayed at least for a special, at least something like Flux with another writer. I don't care who, not other than Chimnall. In this case, let's put it Russell T Davis, because I am genuinely curious if Jodie could deliver and could become her own doctor without Chimnall's um how do I say writing style. I just want to know if she was with Russell that her doctor would have been different. I mean, different as in like more established as her doctor, not the doctor that I've seen throughout this era. I was still just as grumpy. Oh, ay ay ay, se fue, se me fue. I was still just as grumpy about the female doctor in 2017. Excuse me, I'm gonna cough. Oh. I think Chibnall is sadly one of those fans who still feels the shame of the old show and reluctant to show other people in case it leads to embarrassment. I think Jodie struggles during her speeches more. Is that just me, or can you see what I mean? Um, I don't know. Maybe you mean struggle as in like she doesn't know if she wants to stay on this show any longer. Yeah, it's so sad what happened. The problem with fans of this era don't understand that we didn't want this to fail. Exactly. We didn't want this to fail. I didn't want this to fail. Um, I at one point I said yes. At one point I said yes because I was bitter. And hey, we all say things and do things that we regret. At least I'm being an adult and I'm owning up to that. I was ranting. I said I wanted to fail. I want Chimnall to fail. I want Jodie to fail. I want everybody to leave. I hate this. And yes, because I was bitter because of personal experiences. And it's okay. And when I say it's okay to have that kind of relapse. Um, but however, I want to take responsibility of that, and I take it back. I don't want this to fail because I love this show. I really do, and it's everybody has their little story of how they came to watch Doctor Who. Mine was the same year that my mom passed away. Um, Mommy passed away in March 24th, 2010, and I started watching Doctor Who in around August or September of 2010. And I would watch it alone while my dad was at work or somewhere else and I was home alone. I would watch it. That was my escape. Oh my god, yeah, she uses it for everything. It's like she asked something, she used it. Yeah, the sonic screwdriver. Yeah, it's way overused. It's too exaggerating. It's not even funny anymore. You can't. But oops, 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 oops. Ahí se me fue. You can't be optimistic with the misty optic. I need my glasses too. I'm currently in a pub where soft cell says hello, wave goodbyes playing. It feels almost like a perfect accompaniment. I can't say that word, I'm sorry. To Jodie's era ending soon. Ooh, ooh. So basically, he wanted to leave after series 3. She felt obliged to agree to that again, but she was so upset about leaving, and she said, I've not done that many. General doesn't feel like that. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad. I understand I was gutted when my doctor, the fourth doctor, became the fifth, so I get where this era fans must feel. Oh, yeah. I can understand because, like, so, um, when when David Tennant left, I couldn't bring myself to watch Matt Smith, and it took a while. It took a while. I did not leave the fandom. I did not like leave the show or anything like that. It's just I just took a break, hiatus. That's how you say it. And but I didn't tag anybody, even though I wasn't active in the fandom. And what I mean by that is like I wasn't like on Tumblr, I wasn't Twitter or anything like that. But even so, like for example, like in Facebook, when people were still watching it, I didn't tag anybody. I wasn't hostile. I wasn't mean. I wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna leave because David Ted is leaving," and I wasn't, like a lot of fans are doing right now. They're being really hostile and overly sensitive. Like, chill, man. What? You know what? I'm stupid. I should watch it here. There it is. Um, I was giving the new era a chance, but I think it will take a couple episodes to get on the back on track. Good luck with that. It's like she's stiff and doesn't know what to do with her hands after long periods of long speech. Like she doesn't know what to do with her hands. Same thing, she doesn't know what to do with the sonic screwdriver. Which, by the way, I'm sorry, it's hideous. I hate it. I hate the sonic screwdriver. I mean, her sonic screwdriver. I mean, this woman cannot get a fucking break. I don't like the tier design of the TARDIS. I don't even like her clothes. I don't even like her sonic screwdriver. It's like, can this woman get a break? At least for me, personally. Like I said, I'm not as much of an RTD fan, so I'll be just sticking to the classic. That's fine. Don't worry. I'm sorry about you, but it's okay. It's 12 years ago. I still suffer. But yeah. 1993 repeats of the Daemons Genesis of the Daleks, Revelation of the Daleks, Battlefield of the Planet of the Daleks, made a fan of me. Yeah, I like Planet of the Daleks. Age 11. Million, nothing wrong with that. We all find the doctor can heal us. Yeah, I like that. The doctor can heal us. Hi, Beowulf. Thank you for stopping by. I repeat, please, you don't have to stay here. Um, it's this is just me rambling and just again testing this thing and see how I feel. Like you don't have to stay here for sympathy. And sorry for the car noises because that's how it is. You don't have to stay here for little me. You don't have to stay here for out of pityness or sympathy or whatever. Um, in an alternate universe, Tristan was actually competent writer. Mean. Well, I got to eat now. Fish this time. Okay. Well, enjoy your fish. As we say, buen provecho. Anyone who attacks someone for having a different opinion is ¿qué? Ay, se me fue. Is closed-minded and ignorant. I agree. Actually, can you highlight? Oh yeah, I'm gonna highlight this. Ta-da! Hey, I like how this thing works. I can hide it, and I can show it. I can hide it, show it. We are with you, Melina. No sympathy, just support and talk. Aw, thank you, Peter. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. Like, um, I really appreciate everybody being here and being so kind and patient with me. Um, I really do. Just, I don't know. I just don't want to be like just doing just Twitter because I feel like I have things to say and I think it's good once in a while to make these videos or a live stream like this to interact with people because what I want is to expand more on this community and I'm not talking about just Doctor Who but in everything in the in the geek fandom. um this is something that I've always wanted to do and I always wanted to do more in like in the entertainment section side, of YouTube, just sit on the camera and be stupid. Well, I don't need a camera to be stupid. I'm already stupid. You find it interesting to listen to me. I don't know. You're not drinking, are you? There's nothing very interesting about me. I'm just like I babble. I struggle sometimes in my English. I I sometimes lapse into Spanish, and um patience the virtue a doctor sees patience the doctor is here to help. Ah, can Peter Capaldi come here? You know what? If Peter, so far, I lost interest in the Puerto Rico Comic Con here. I just don't like it for reasons. I won't go in details about that, but it's just reasons. I don't like the things that the way they're handling here in this country, and it pisses me off because there's a lot of geeks and nerds in this country. we're a nerdy bunch. We are a nerdy bunch in this island and this country, and there seems to be not enough of conventions, gatherings like that. I mean, not that I'm aware of. And Puerto Rico Comic Con was the convention of the year, but I just don't like the way they're handling things. But if, my gosh, if David Tennant or Matt Smith or anybody, even Jody, will come here to Puerto Rico, I'll be the first one in line. I'd be the first one in line. I got arrested for DAD when I was 17. Oh my gosh. I don't drink. I've never been interested in alcohol. I'm probably the most boring person on earth. Like, I was never tempted cigarettes. I was never tempted for like alcohol. I was never tempted to like go parties or anything like that. I was so boring. I I would rather stay in my home with my parents, playing video games or reading a book or reading a comic book, watching Dragon Ball Z, reading or watching Goosebumps. That was my thing. And when I started university, a lot of kids, when they go to university, young adults who go to university, they get very interested in the drinking and the partying. That was never me. Never. I out of when I got out of the university, I went straight back home, studied, um, be my boring self, and that was it. And the thing is, like, the this country mainly mostly drinks than smokes, because the rum, right? There's rum here, um, and there's like Medalla, Budweiser, um, Corona, all that crap. I'm sorry, I call it crap because I don't like beer. Sorry about that. No offense to the people who drink beer. Sorry. This beer is not my thing. It really isn't. The only I could drink sangria. I don't know. I don't know. You know what sangria is, right? Sangria. I can drink sangria. I'm not a big fan of rum, but I can drink coquito. Coquito is it's like equivalent to eggnog. We add rum, but even so. How do we change the subject? I don't understand. We went through from Doctor Who to my boring ass life. You don't want to know about my life. It's really boring, and it's depressing. It's boring, but well, I had a good life actually. Not that great. My parents, my the only thing that was my life was my parents. Really, I'm an only child, and actually, it's national heroes day, and I just want to say that my parents are my heroes. I know it sounds cheesy, but my parents are my heroes. They're I mean, thanks to them, I got into Star Wars, and I got into horror horror movies. I don't know why my parents let me watch Chucky when I was little. I don't know why. I was about think I was about 4 or 5, and I would get nightmares from it. I don't know why. Now that I think about it, my parents used to not make me. Sorry, that's not the correct word. They used to let me watch Tales from the Crypt when I was a little girl, and I remember the first time I watched a horror movie was the Twilight Zone the movie with Dan Aykroyd when he said that you want to see something really scary. And my mom, I was about 4 or 5 years old. I remember like yesterday. My mommy used to we used to do this little game where mommy was like, by the way, if you don't remember this, Google it. Twilight Zone, the movie with Dan Aykroyd, and the scene that he was in the car. I think it was in the car. One is in the ambulance, I believe, and he says, "You want to see something scary?" And then his face turns like a creepy monster thing. Well, mommy and I used to do that a lot. She would say, and like that in English, she said, "Do you want to see something scary?" And she'll hide her face and go, "Rawr!" Ah, I miss my mom. All right, I'll shut up now. Sorry. Anyways, I'll get back to the comments. Hi, Disaster. You don't have to stay here, by the way, Disaster. That's okay, because, again, I'm just rambling, talking crap. It's been I've been talking shit for 56 minutes. No one is boring. Well, I'm boring. Jesus, cute and beautiful. Oh, well, yeah, I love my parents. I really do. Um, I do. Some people are embarrassed and like to be affectionate with the parents. Uh, in front of their friends, but I never was. I didn't give a fuck. I'm sorry. It's just I think it's a culture thing also, because when I lived in the States, I mean the I noticed that the kids in the States were like, "Ew, mom, don't kiss me, don't touch me in front of my friends," and it's like we're here, the Latino, the family are very affectionate. We're all about physical affection. We hug each other, we kiss each other. Um, we're very affectionate people, especially in all the Latino families. And I was like that with my parents. And if anybody in the school in the States said anything, I did not notice, nor did I care, because I'm not embarrassed with my parents. They're great people. They sacrificed a lot for me, and they accepted me for who I was. They knew I was a tomboy, an odd person who liked anime and liked comic books and liked Scooby Doo and was into Hanna Barbera cartoons. And um, my parents, if they knew that I liked something, they all go for it. Like I still am Powerpuff Girls fan, and my parents threw in a birthday party with Powerpuff Girls theme, and I don't know. Okay, I'll shut up. I'm sorry. I think it's the fever. I'm talking because I'm sweating. I'm throwing a lot of fever here. What is your favorite horror? I can't say that word. Hang on, let me go back to the comments, because I don't want to look like I'm ignoring people. Do you mind if I check my balance? Social evening, doing good, thanks. Did I say how are you? Did I ask how are you, Disaster? If I didn't, I'm sorry. How are you, Disaster? I just bought the Chucky season 1 box set. The films are too hard to buy. Oh, I haven't seen the series yet. Okay, what is your favorite horror film? I don't have a favorite horror film. Can I say in Spanish horror? I don't have a favorite horror film. Just like I don't have a favorite film. I think I do have a favorite comedy film, and it's Young Frankenstein. But like horror film, because wow, that's difficult. From Night of the Living Dead, because I'm a huge zombie fan. I love zombies. I'm obsessed with zombies. Been obsessed with zombies for forever. Let's see. But espérate, Pluto. My cat is walking on the laptop. Twilight Zone the movie, Tales from the Crypt the movie, Tales from the Dark Side the movie. Mm, este, recently, recently I mean like more today horror films like the Amityville horror, that's the original one from the 1970s, and the sequel. I like the sequel. The sequel was disturbing. I did not sleep that night. Nightmare on Elm Street, the Halloween, the Halloween franchise. I'm obsessed with Michael Myers. I love the Halloween Michael Myers franchise. I absolutely love it. Um, let's see what else. Would you consider Alien as a horror film? I think it's categorized as in horror. I can't say that word. Ay, película de horror. There. I think it's categorized, right? Alien and Aliens, even though it's Aliens it's sci-fi action, no? I think the first film Alien was more psychological horror. Um so yeah, Alien, definitely Alien. Um Rec, Rec film. Rec film was done. I think it's in 2017. No, 2015. I think no, 2007. Whoa, I don't know. Hang on. Google time. Rec. I think it was in Rec movie 2015. 2007. There you go. So Rec is, if you haven't seen it yet, Rec is a Spanish horror movie made in 2007, and then they did the American version called Quarantine. I first saw Rec after Quarantine was released because I didn't know that the original was Spanish or from Spain, and I love that movie. It was a great movie. There's a lot of improv there. Yes, Rec is set in the building. It's an actual. This is what I know about the movie. So it's an actual apartment building. Second, the budget was like in the low thousands in US dollars. Um, I think it was 1,500 US dollars around. Mainly, they used special effects, like makeup special effects. Um, there are moments that there was improvised. The main actress, the protagonist, Angela Vidal, that's her name, Angela, the chick with the pigtails. She is an actual reporter. She's not an actress. She's an actual reporter. And some of these actors or actors like from theaters, just they done some work like theater or commercial or anything like that. And, like they're not really big considered as big actors, like big. But I think it's interesting that the reporter is actually a reporter, not an actual actress. Um, and there were moments in that movie that was improvised to capture obviously the scare. The I can't remember. I think the guy behind the camera, noticed that the guy who handled the camera in Rec. Okay, I'm babbling. All right, I'll shut up. Sorry, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Shut up. I'm talking too much. Sorry. I'm not a master horror. Yes, I really recommend Rec. Oh, whoops! Where the left? There it is. Please watch it. It's such a good movie. If you've seen Quarantine, you haven't seen a good rec movie. It's really good. Um, there are it's available in it's Spanish though, so obviously you have to look, um the English subtitles. But it's such a great movie. It really is. Great acting. The the ten the tension, the knowing that you're stuck in a building full of rabid zombies. They're not zombies, they're infected people though. But it's such a good movie. I'm not a massive horror fan, but like what? But like a lot of classics like Hellraiser, The Shining, American Werewolf in London. Yes, definitely. Oh yes, I like old Stephen King. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. Yes, we should make us a bit to epigraph. No, I haven't. It's cute listening to you say her. That horror would have been easier to pronounce. English, hardest language in the world. Like, actually, I don't think English is the hardest language. I think Mandarin is probably the hardest. Russian, but Spanish is pretty hard. I mean, not even this the Spanish speaking. I'm not saying when I say Spanish speaking, not even the people who are born and raised in a Spanish speaking country can speak Spanish perfectly. Because Spanish is tricky. Spanish is complicated. There's a lot of rules. It's ridiculous. A lot of people don't know how to place the accents. It's really silly. Your English is fluent perfect. My fluent French is rusty. Oh, but at least you can speak French. Sci-fi, horror, alien, yeah. Um, do a horror night your channel. I'm gonna do a horror night in my channel. I'll just put on put on my the cam. That'll be the horror night. I'll scare people away. Listen to you that's made me smile and laugh more than I have in a while. Oh, come on. You're just saying that, but I I'm glad that I'm glad I could be a positive something. Just I'm just glad. Thank you. It's a good movie and the Billy plays a great part in it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And oh man. What else? What else? Am I extending this? It's been 1 hour and 8 minutes. I don't know. Do a Fright Night. Your English is fab. Ugh. Oh, Fright Night. I love the movie Fright Night. I like the original. The new version is not that bad. It's watchable. It's watchable. I like the old version. I don't, going back to my parents, I don't get it. Why my parents let me watch these movies? I've been watching horror since I was a little girl. Since I was little. What were my parents thinking? I mean, even from It. I mean, and I'm talking about the TV, the TV movie It with Tim Curry. And my dad doesn't remember. It's like, Papi, do you remember like when we watched It? He's like, oh. Do you remember we were watching it? And I was living. I was still living. I was. Was that was when the first moved to the States or not? Came. No, I was. It was here, and I think I was. I don't know how old I was when I watched it, but I remember I was watching it with my parents, and it didn't. It actually didn't scare me. It creeped me out, but it didn't scare me to the point of nightmares. But I don't know why my parents let me watch so much horror movie. I don't understand. They let me watch
zombie movies. They let me watch Tales from the Crypt, the movie, and I remember watching the movie, and I remember like today, my because I didn't know English that much, and I was little. I mean, I was still learning, and I would ask my mom questions like, mommy, what's going on? My mom would explain to me what's going on. I was 4 or 5 years old, and also aside from that, my parents let me play Mortal Kombat when I was 5 years old. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. And I remember watching the movie, Mortal Kombat, the movie, with my dad and my two cousins. Anyways, I'll shut up. I'm sorry. Um. Oh my God, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I remember that. I used to watch it so many times when I was little. I was so many times, and my mom, like, we did this funny bit thing that whenever my mom would wake up with bed, what do you call that, bed hair, is that you call it, like, with your hair is all crazy when you wake up, and um my mom would say, oh, I look like the one of the killer clowns from outer space because her hair is all like ay ay ay, killer clowns from outer space is cool. Horror in cartoons, yes, horror in cartoons. Like, that's how actually I learned English, because I used to watch everything in Spanish, and I remember that on cable, mommy called a cable guy, or used to switch in the cable box. I think she called the cable guy one day, and she made everything like the option of either watching English or Spanish, and she made a watch it to option to watch it in English. So that transition from watching everything in Spanish to English, like from watching The Simpsons in Spanish to English, from watching all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons from Spanish to English, um, watching, actually not movies. Movies I always watch in English. And Disney, my mom always put Disney in English. I never watched not one single Disney movie in Spanish. But the most that I've seen, like I saw He-Man in Spanish. He-Man in Spanish is a trip. It is insane, especially the intro music. Inspector Gadget in Spanish, another insane thing. But The Simpsons in Spanish. I used to watch that. The Flintstones in Spanish, the Jetsons in Spanish. Yeah, but then my mom changed it all to English so that I could practice English more. I'll knock your block. 4 years old watching horror. You started early, Nanya. You beat me by 2 years. Well, oh, hi, Chris. I'm sorry. I didn't say hello. Hi, Chris. I'm really sorry. I didn't say hi. I didn't see you there. Um, Again, I repeat, and I've saying this a lot of times, that you don't have to stay. I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here, just rambling about my boring ass life, and because I'm sick. I've been in bed for th- actually now 4 days because I couldn't go to work today. I was sick. I'm still sick, and after this, I'm going back to the clinic after I'm done here. Um, and I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of lonely, and I kind of wanted just company. So the people outside, because the thing is about these houses, if you live in the Caribbean like this, like anywhere, let it be, Cuba, República Dominicana, Puerto Rico, all these houses are very together. So you can hear everything from your neighbors. Like you can hear the TV from um, the TV that outside of what your neighbor is watching. You can hear them everything, and they can hear you. And it's just this is like everyday life. I mean, it's just not something. So right now they're probably listening to me and they're like, "What the? What is she talking about? What is who she's talking to?" So if you hear noises outside, I mean that's out of my control. These houses are not closed like um I can't explain it. They're not the they're not the kind of houses or flats. Is that how you say in the UK? I don't know flats. Flats are like apartments, right? Yeah, you hear everything here. Ay ay ay. Um, I naturally blend in with the shadows. No aburrido. Yeah, you said it right. Aburrido, but aburrida. Um, just the Spanish lesson there. Let's see. It's 5:48 p.m. in my time. Flats, as I say. Why do you call it flats? I'm just curious. Why the UK call it flats? Flats are apartments, right? Houses are houses, but flats are apartments in the UK, right? Same thing. Like I'm confused with the biscuit and cookies. I'm confused with that. Our biscuits are like cookies in here, like chocolate chip cookies, or biscuits are like I'm sorry. These are really dumb questions, and I apologize for sounding so naive. But just to let you know, I am genuinely curious. I'm not trying to sound stupid. I promise you, I'm not. I'm just curious. Cause I might go to England one day. I might. Oh, posh. Apartment is posh. Posh. How do you say posh? Do you say posh for flats? Ah, I see. Does everybody in the UK say that? It's not just like England. Again, dumb question. I'm sorry. You don't have to answer. Oh. So I got like seriously. I have 8 people watching. What are you guys doing in your life? What are you doing? What are you guys doing? 8 people watching is a lot. I mean, it's a lot to me because I'm not doing anything interesting. I'm just here rambling with a fever. Oh, okay. Now that I'm on Twitter, do you mind if I read this? Something about Guardians director responds to viral tweet calling for Marvel to replace Chris Pratt. A now viral tweet called for Chris Pratt to be replaced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe given his rumored political affiliation and his church's anti-LGBTQ views, but Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn shot back a firm response. And I guess this was his response because it's in quotes. For what? Because of your made up, utterly false beliefs about him? For something that someone else told you about him that's not true. Gunn wrote, Chris Pratt will never be replaced as Star Lord, but if he ever was, we will all be going with him. Woof. 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 Yeah. You know what? It's ridiculous. You don't have to like the guy, but I think it's ridiculous. In Scotland, we see close rather than flat. Really? Very posh. Oh, we say Usé apartamento. Like I live in un apartamento. Está la casa, it's just a house. Y apartamento, which is apartment or flat. Those are flats. Those are. Ay, Dios mío. Oh, I can't English. Those are false allegations. Pride has never said who he votes for. Exactly. He never said who he voted for. Like, I don't know why people are making up that I say, like, he is a Trump supporter. Like, the man, he doesn't want to talk about politics. Like, I don't blame him. But because he loves America and he loves being American, that automatically says you to be a Trump supporter, and that's like what? I mean, he's entitled to be proud to be an American. Like I'm proud to be Puerto Rican. I'm very proud. We're very proud people here in this country, and there's nothing wrong with that. As for being anti-LGBTQ, he's Christian, and one of the founders in Australian branch said something wrong, not Chris. Well, Chris is not responsible for it. He's not responsible for it. He's just a Christian man who loves God and loves America, and he's a generally nice guy. And people are mad about it for some reason. Like I don't know why. He's just an ordinary dude. I see him as an ordinary dude. And when Mark Ruffalo is one of the biggest lefties there is on Hollywood, and that guy defends Chris Pratt. He says like he's generally a good person, and because Chris Pratt didn't show up in the Joe Biden fundraiser, whatever they did, they automatically assume that he's a Trump supporter. It's like, but what about Samuel Jackson? I don't remember Samuel Jackson in the Joe Biden live stream thing, whatever they did. You get idea of my life in my new video. I wanna see. In Australia, flats also included the individual units in a townhouse. Some look for a head to fall, troll a horrible life form. I'll check it out. Do you hear that? That's my cat's belly. That's my cat's belly. Okay, I'll be wrapping up soon. Um, I'm just going through Twitter and see what else to talk about. Um, let's see. Oh, my comment. What comment is it? Oh yeah, my last tweet. People need to understand that everyone is entitled to criticize, praise, rant, whatever movie or series or franchise. If someone criticizes something you like, you fall into pieces and call that person toxic. That's not how it works. Which is just that's the how it works. It's so funny. Like when I went to, I apologize for sounding again naive, but I don't know if there's such thing as Hot Topic stores. I know there's in the States, but I don't know if there's in the UK or other countries. I apologize again um for my ignorance. But when I went to Hot Topic in San Juan, um and I remember I asked about any Doctor Who merchandise. There any new Doctor Who merchandise? Which, by the way, parentheses on this. It's sad. There's not a lot of Doctor Who merchandise. And this lady said, who works there as employee said, sadly, we're not receiving a lot of Doctor Who merchandise. The last thing we got was with that lady. She said lady. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, the 13th Doctor. And she said, oh, I don't watch anymore. It's like, oh, you used to watch it? She said, yeah, I stopped watching after David Tennant because I don't like Matt Smith. Matt Smith is too boyish. He's too childish for me. It's not my taste. She said this in my face. And I'm thinking, my first response was, oh, that's too bad. You're missing a great era. Well, give it a chance, maybe. And she said, oh, okay, I'll think about it, but I'm not interested anymore. And then we moved on with our day. And I was when I was after that exchange, I was thinking, can you imagine if it was Twitter? Can you imagine the amount of attack that girl was gonna get? The screenshots, the stands attacking her with fan cams and calling her trash and all that stuff. It's like they would have gone really after her. And I'm thinking like she did this we did it was this was in person, and I didn't get offended, I didn't get mad at her, I didn't feel anything. And I'm like, why do people on the internet take it so personally? You know, why they take it so personal? Why they go through this attack? I could have attacked her. It was at least it's a frontal attack, but I didn't. Why? Over a fucking TV show. Oh gosh. Sorry about the background noise. What is your cat called? His name is Pluto. My other kitty Sumo passed away on July 10th, 2021. It's gonna be a year since he passed. So I have this kitty named Pluto. I adopted him before Sumo passed away, and he was Sumo's company. Chris not turning up for the Biden fundraiser. Wasn't his choice. He wasn't invited to the fundraiser, so why would he go? They just want to cancel him because he divorced his first wife, Anna Faris. They're stupid. And Anna Faris is also a Christian, by the way, so I don't know. I don't get that. And you know what's hilarious is that his wife, his current wife, Kathleen, I think Kathleen, right, is her name. She voted for Biden. And she's a Republican, actually. Her family are Republican. She voted for Biden. Like, it's ridiculous. Do we have a second favorite doctor? I think David Tennant. At least for New Who, David Tennant. David Tennant was my favorite doctor for a long time. Forever. Until Peter Capaldi kind of stepped over, and he just kind of blew me away. So, yeah. Life for me is trying to stuff out, dip your feet, have a go at least. Me and the missus have 6 putty tats. I seen your cats, Retro. They're adorable. I think there's a gray one. I think I've seen. It's adorable. We have a store called Mankind. I guess that's quite like Hot Topic, or Smith's Toys is another store we have. Okay. Well, Hot Topic used to be kind of fun. It used to be like a store for emos and goths and punks, and they used to play a lot of like heavy metal, or Green Day music, or My Chemical Romance. Now they play Justin Bieber. They play Bad Bunny. I don't know why the fuck they do that. It's just I don't like that store anymore. Not like I used to. And my mom used to go to that store a lot. Can you believe it? My mom used to buy me T-shirts from that topic. Oh my gosh, she was something. She would buy me when Pirates of the Caribbean started. She would buy me T-shirts from Pirates of the Caribbean. She bought me a T-shirt that said "Eat the rich. It tastes like chicken." I still have that shirt. And she got me a T-shirt that said, "This is the part where I nod my head," something like that. I pretend like I'm listening. And she said, "This is so you." And she got it. I was like, I can never imagine. My mom was like very ladylike, very, very reserved, very ladylike, very um shy kind of person. And I never imagined my mom going to Hot Topic with heavy metal blasted in the store and getting me a T-shirt. Ah, and again, I go back to my mom. I'm sorry about that. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up because I've been talking nonsense for an hour and 31 minutes. And the cats let you live there. The cats let you live there. That was Smokey. She's the baby of the bunch. She's about 3 now. Oh, baby. I want a gray cat. Yes, they let you. That's what they are about. They control you. I miss mine. Aw. Yeah, my sumo was, oh god, he was the king of the castle. Pluto is such a he's such a kid. Like he acts like a dog sometimes. That's why I name him Pluto. Um, and also because I still believe Pluto is a planet. I don't care. I still call Pluto a planet. But anyways, yeah, sumo took control of my life, and I miss it. Cats rule. They do. I love cats. I love animals. I really do. If I lived in a how do you say this word? Rural rural area, I would have dogs and cats and horses and chickens. I love animals. Even a crocodile. Bad Bunny is crap. Listen to his music. Never get. I am so sorry, Daniel. I am so sorry. Like I don't like Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is he's Puerto Rican. He uses a lot of auto tune. I don't like Bad Bunny. Like I mean, excuse me, as an artist, I don't. I just don't see the. I don't like his music. I don't like his kind of music, and his kind of music is just too generic for my taste. Like, I just can't. If you want to listen to good reggaeton music, like go back to the classics, the classic reggaeton music. Now that is music. And you know what? I'm gonna actually Google here. Let me go back here. I'm gonna go to Big Boy. All right, I'm gonna click here, and you listen to this music, and you can all check it out in the chat later. This is the old, classic, old school reggaeton music. There, right here. That's the old reggaeton. It's much better than Bad Bunny. Trust me. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that because I've been babbling and being annoying and boring and just myself for an hour and 30 minutes, and I think people had enough of my crap. I don't blame them, but that's okay. Good night, Retro. Sorry for disappearing. Started to help a friend stranded outside and she couldn't get a bus. So, oh, you don't have to be sorry, man. You can leave whenever you want. You really can. I'm just being annoying and boring. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's 6:08 p.m. and I think 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11:08 p.m. in the UK. So yeah, I think all of you should be going to sleep. One of you probably has to go to work or something. But thank you, Chris. Thank you all so much. I really, really, really appreciate. I mean, it's been 8 people here, and 8 people to me feels like 800 people. It feels even more. I didn't intend to stick that long. I was just gonna end it like for after 30 minutes, but I really appreciate it. You guys are really, really amazing, and I can't stress that enough. I don't know where I'd be, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And I think you all know what I mean by that. I really appreciate everybody's company. I really do. And before I get all sappy, I'm just gonna call it a night. Please rest well, everybody. Thank you. I'm gonna go to the clinic again because I'm sweating, and I know it's fever. I feel it. It's fever that I have, and I'm still congested. Everybody, take care. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I love all of you, and I'm not just saying that. Any suggestions, anything you guys want to do, if you want to also come here and chat, I mean, like live with me, be a guest, whatever, let me know as well. This is just for fun. I just want to make this fun, and I want this to be an escape for everybody. But take care, everybody. Good night. Besitos. Bye.